Fresh, 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 yes, I'm fresh.
Welcome back to another Unmissed Gifts radio show.
Yes, Unmissed Gifts.
This Good Friday evening.
Yes, it's Friday. I'm so excited. I've been waiting every day this week for today.
Why? Why are you so ready for today?
Because we conquering the city,
Conquering the city. Who we got on this show today to speak about conquering the city?
We got Pastor Terrell Monger in the building.
Terrell Monger from One Accord Ministry. Who else we got coming up?
And we got the big homie.
The big homie, Timothy Change
Yes,
Jones.
coming through.
Oh, man. Hey, if it's anybody that can talk about conquering the city, these two individuals
They got it,
definitely
right?
talk about conquering the city. So I see why you was excited for this.
Yeah, we want to welcome you, Pastor Terrell Monger, to the show.
Well, I've been thinking about this all week too.
Yes.
I'm excited about it too.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try to get as loud as you. Oh no! Okay, yeah, I feel at home now. Okay, I'm good.
All right, Pastor T, let's get into a little bit about conquering the city, because I know you are the founder and creator of the whole Inspire Memphis movement.
Yeah.
So how did you get that started, and what when the words conquering the city comes to you, what comes to mind?
Well, with me, I don't think it's going to be a plan. I don't think it's going to be a process. I don't think it's going to be a program. I think it's going to be a total mindset, because unless people are inspired and engaged, it doesn't matter what plan you have, it's going to be difficult for it to work. It's kind of like when you watch basketball. When the players believe they can win, they're still diving at loose balls. They're still going after rebound. But their body language shows when they have given up. It don't matter the talent. It don't matter the game plan. If you've given up, it's going to be hard to exercise whatever it is you're trying to do. So I think it's an overall mindset.
That's good. So, Pastor, knowing that everybody has a story, what led you to where you are today?
Well, one of the things that really put me in a position, it wasn't about being a pastor for me. I believe the purpose in which I was put on this earth was to wake up the dreams and passion inside of other people. I was doing it before I became a pastor. I used to do 3-on-3 basketball tournaments in the park, video game tournament, but all of it was just to get people in a place to try to engage in conversation so they can hear themselves talk, so they can start thinking of the purpose and the reason they were on the earth. And when I see the light come on in people's eyes, I feel like I've done my job.
So what would you say is like your set audience or your set demographic, or is it just anybody? Like anybody you come in contact with, or what that looks like for you?
Well, really, for me, it's the person that has a dream laying in their heart. If I can get you to think about when you were sitting in the mirror with that brush in your face singing, if I can get you to think about what you believe before people start telling you what you couldn't be, or when the people in class said what you couldn't accomplish, if I can connect with that thing in your eye that still believe in something, you my audience. I don't care how you look, I don't care if you're man, woman, I don't care what race. If you got a dream laying in your heart, we can have a conversation.
That's good.
So, Pastor T, how important is it, or how do you keep the process going, even when you're trying to inspire people who don't feel like they're getting inspired? Like, how do you keep that fire going inside of you to keep them inspired?
Well, the thing is, you have to be inspired first, for real. It cannot be something where, oh man, I'm going to go out and inspire somebody. You have to really be inspired. You have to be that person saying, you know what? Something great is going to happen today, and I don't know who it's going to happen through. So every person I run into might be that person.
Right.
And so in order to do that, I got a set of things that I do every morning when I wake up. Either I beat the alarm clock up, or it goes off one time. I don't hit the snooze button. Because to me, that's my first decision of the day. And your first decision of the day is important. And the second thing, I make my bed every morning. Because making my bed, that's my first accomplishment of the day. It lets me know I can accomplish something. Then after that, I have to listen to something positive, something motivating, something inspiring. I mean, YouTube, whatever it is. I got to get myself pumped up as if I'm going to play the championship game. Now, when I leave out the door, I might run into traffic, I might run into a negative person, but I don't need your energy. I got my own. And if you get close enough to me, some of this is going to get on you.
Right.
And so I got my routine. If my routine get off, I have to reset, but I got to do those things. Not to mention, I got to cure it with the Starbucks coffee, That's part of the routine too. They need to pay me for this commercial, but Yeah, get you some sponsorship up
Right.
there. But yeah, you gotta be inspired first. It's not something you can pretend. It is what it is.
And I think his Jewel can learn a lot from this because I seen her post herself and her bed was made when she posted this.
You're a lot.
So you need to make sure you make your bed because the traffic you just ran into because you was late.
Almost took me out.
Yeah, it wouldn't have had that negative energy.
Right.
That's good stuff though.
That was really good. So what can we expect from you in 2018?
Well, it's quite a bit. Look, I know, man. I know about getting them calls at 6 in the morning.
Brother, I got an idea.
Well, one of the things with me, man, I want to find more creative ways to inspire people because I mean people get tired of motivational quotes, pep talks. So I write plays. I got a book that's coming out this summer called "What Kind of Crazy Are You?"
Yeah.
Because if you can identify your crazy, you can manage it and you can make it work for you.
Right.
Have a play coming up. With first run of it is going to be May 6th, Something She Can Feel.
All right.
It deals with the emotional needs of women and how men use them to manipulate them.
Okay.
And so, but everything that I do, I believe that entertainment plays a huge part in it. If you remember the civil rights movement, man, it was something about when they heard that song, "I was born by the river in a little old tent." That inspired people. And if things are going to change, it's not going to be one thing. It's going to come from music. It's going to come from other forms of entertainment. It's going to come from education. It's going to come from what you talk about in the break room.
Right.
It's going to talk what you talk about with your friends. And so as you create a ball of energy, you put it into whatever you do. So whatever I do this year, it's gonna be on fire.
Right.
It's gonna be on 10. But my whole thing is whatever I do, I wanted to just breathe life into people.
Yes, I love it.
Let me go ahead and give a little synopsis right quick for my players that's listening to this radio show. I am actually an actor in this stage play, and Pastor T wrote this play, and he gave all the game away. So if you still trying to run game on females, this probably not the jump to bring her to, because he's so snitching on us players. I mean, not us players, but whatever. Go ahead to the next question.
Hey, look, Eric called me one day when he looked at the lines of the play. He said, "Man, I can't do this. You giving up the game, man."
Good. So I just feel like it's about to be sold out. All the women in the front row seat
Oh man.
taking notes and everything.
Oh, yeah, we looking for a sellout now. May 6th. Make sure y'all cop those tickets. They are on sale right now. Early bird special till April 1st.
Yep.
And then you also have the video, right?
Oh, you got to see the video. For me, the video, we kind of took some of the principles from the play and poured it into the video and the song. But for me personally, creatively, I feel like it's the best thing I've ever done.
Wow, that's awesome.
And I believe that it was a prerequisite. I mean, after I looked at it and saw it, it's time for us to shoot our first movie. So after we get this play out the way, after I release my book, we're shooting that next movie, because when you see, man, the shots, the editing,
it's dope.
Oh my God. And and I look back at it, and it's when you didn't do that.
Right.
You were just a part of a moment. All the people I called, the big homie, Tim Change, I called in A.D. Smith, I called in Princeton, everybody that does plays and productions, because I wanted to be an all-encompassing, get all that energy in the same room. Yeah, and so with all that energy in the same room, if you were there at the video shoot that night, something special happened. And if you get enough people with the same energy, the same expectation, it don't matter what you're doing, it's going to be great. Right. So it's time for us to shoot our first movie, man.
Yes.
So for those of you who don't know, it's a music video that Pastor T is actually rapping in. Not only is he an author and a pastor and a playwright, this man is rapping. Matter of fact, we're going to play that song on this show. We're going to play that song here shortly. But how do you do that? Like, how do you keep up with your pastor duties with the other members of the clergy who don't believe that pastors should be rapping and things like that?
Well, first thing is everybody that knows me know that I don't fit into boxes. I don't fit into stereotypes. I believe God is a creator, and I believe that we are made in His image. And when God created the grass, they didn't say, "God, you're a grass creator. Why are you creating water now?" Where's this dirt coming from? Where are birds coming from? If you're not going to limit God, why would you limit what is in His image? We have to, and that's one of the things that we do have an issue with as it pertains to progress. You can be great at one thing, but you can still do many things. You can be great at preaching, but you can still sweep up in front of the church. You know what I mean? Whatever is needed. God said, I am that I am. In other words, I am whatever I need to be to accomplish the purpose that I set out to do. So if it's a verse in a rap, it's a verse in a rap. If it's a book, it's a book. You know, because I just believe that even though you can do one thing well, why would you limit the one that created you, who knows you better than you?
Yeah. That's dope.
And that's how you conquer the city. You gotta do a lot of things. You just can't do that one thing.
One little thing.
I'm a mechanic, but all I do is carburetors. I only do carburetors.
Right.
Don't bring no transmissions around here. No, man, I'm the whole car.
Right.
I know certain parts of the car only go out at certain time, but just in case it does, I know how to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah.
Makes sense to me. Yeah. So, how can somebody contact you if you like for sponsorship for the play, or if they want to volunteer at any of the events that Inspire Memphis does? Like, how can they reach out to you?
I am glad you asked. If you go to www.somethingshecanfeel.com, we do have a feedback form in there. We have another play that I just finished that Ergo be in it. It is the best one I've ever done. It's called Love Me Back to Life. We haven't even started casting for that one yet, but you can sign up and volunteer. We do have the sponsorship page on there. We just got our first major sponsor, Blue Magic. You understand?
Yeah.
We got the big boys, you know? Yes, sir. And so, you know, they just sent the check. I just looked at it. There's a couple of tears on it, but I still deposited the joint, you know. But they've been with us for a while, and they get a return on investment. So anybody that sponsors this particular play, you're gonna get exposure, you're gonna get pumped up, and I guarantee you're gonna get back everything that you put into it. But somethingshecanfeel.com, that's how you do what you do.
Yes, that's
Most definitely. Well, Pastor T, we definitely appreciate you taking your time out of your busy schedule from writing plays and all that other stuff you do, rapping and mastering and all of that.
Working on the dance routine. That's the only one I ain't did yet.
It's coming. It's coming. You can see it.
Make sure you stretch first. Yeah, we really appreciate it. Matter of fact, we're going to go into that song now.
Right.
We're going to the first single off the Something She Can Feel soundtrack.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Feeling for you.